prayer is just the best thing that you could ever do as far as life. If you feel like you're down and you want to,
Fact,
if you feel
a
bad
prayer
about
right there. That's a fact.
yo, just say, "Yo, God, I need you."
That's
Like,
a
He's
fact.
gonna have your back.
That's a
I
fact.
promise you. Like, don't be scared. Like me, I was scared of God. Like me growing up.
And why is that? Why is that?
They taught me to fear God because of His power.
Yeah.
But a certain way, you're not in love with yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
Your soulmate not gonna love you the way she's supposed to.
That's a fact.
He's supposed to.
That's a fact.
So it's real. It's really working on yourself that you got to make the priority when it comes to soulmates. And I didn't think like that before.
It's crazy because he considers himself a Rizz guy.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
So, and the reason, my fault. The reason I'm asking you this is because, feel me, you in a whole different environment. Like, you in Florida, feel me? Like, it's girls all around.
Yeah,
so it's like, how do you go about with your Rizz game or whatever? Like,
for me, it's just alright, first of all, Rizz is when you would approach a girl, and it's how much game you got when you approach her.
Alright, we here, man. We back on another Front Row Talk episode, the podcast with expensive opinions. As y'all can see, this podcast episode, I'm not solo. I'm with my boy. What we calling you?
I don't know. It's on you, bro.
JD. Rags JD.
You know the vibe.
Feel me? I'ma leave his Instagram in the description, even though he don't really post. But if y'all wanna follow him,
I post
stories and shit.
Yeah, I post on my story.
Yeah, speak a little louder so they can hear you. But we here, man. If y'all don't know, my boy, I've been trying to. Me and him, we've been talking about since probably like the third, fourth episode of the channel.
Nah, really, this first episode.
That's
to me, I feel like we've been trying to lock in for a long time.
For a minute.
But I happen to move. So.
Yeah, he moved. He don't live in the towns no more. So he's out here for for the time being and stuff. And we had to make sure we locked in and I brought him on a podcast to talk about
chop it up
about a lot of stuff. So let's start it off. Who you want to start off as? I mean, let's just get it out the way. Let's talk ball. Let's talk ball. What I mean, the Warriors is champions for me.
They got everything. Every amount of respect I have in my body, they got it out of me.
That's what I like. For y'all who don't know, he's a Brooklyn Nets fan. Feel me? So
they beat who beat us. So they the champs. That's all that matters.
I mean, I respect that, but your favorite team is on the favorite players on the team that beat y'all. Yeah. So it's like it's a weird situation for him,
I mean, I don't think about it too much because he's just my favorite player since he was in high school.
I respect
college, and then he got to Boston, played with Kyrie. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And then,
that's a fact. So it's a weird it's like you was on not both sides, but it's like
it didn't really matter who won to me, bro. I told you.
I respect it.
I love basketball. So you gotta make sure you appreciate it first, because you probably never get to see it again.
I mean, not a lot of people look at it from that point of view, but you do. So I respect it. But I mean, boys is champions. He was one of the people I told 3 straight. Y'all already know. I don't really want to keep talking about it, but just to because I don't really want to keep talking bull, and I feel like
as long as you want, bro.
I'm saying for the viewers and stuff, because I've been doing it for the. But before we even move on,
I've been reading the comments. They love your hoop talk.
Listen, Kyrie, you think he's staying or he out?
So where? We're staying where? Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Come on, bro.
I mean, I woke up this morning. They talk about Lakers, Clippers.
But they do that to Kyrie all the time.
Yeah, why do you think the media treat him like that? Like
they love him, bro. They love that he don't bow down to nobody.
He just
pick on him.
He's himself.
They pick on him.
So
that's what it is.
So what you think about what if he does leave, hypothetically speaking?
Same. I didn't think Harden would leave. I didn't think Harden wanted to trade with. I thought.
And then it just happened.
So if it happens,
But you definitely gonna get somebody for him. It's not
that's
like
what
it's
I
just
said.
one way.
We was talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I let Samir know, you niggas better hope he don't request a trade with somebody that got a team.
Definitely gonna get somebody because he's a top 15 player in the NBA for sure.
So if he wants to go to LA, either team, we get AD,
Paul George,
somebody.
Yeah,
and then it'll be on.
That'll be scary hours for both sides, for the East and the West. So
I'm not really.
But to move on and stuff like that, we this was one of the topics that you said you wanted to talk about, and I didn't talk about it with somebody I had up here because I give you my word and I said.
Facts.
So like with the whole like soulmates and stuff.
Nah,
so like
that's crazy.
And the twin flames.
Already
and stuff.
It's early.
Now we gotta.
It's early.
Now we gotta feel me, but like so. What's your thoughts on like soulmates or like twin flames? Like, how do you view it? Do you think it's a thing?
So
like,
from the last time we talked, I was hardcore, like, yo.
Hardcore.
My soulmate. I was down, like, yo, my soulmate. I'm gonna find her again, whatever I get the chance.
That was your mindset.
That was my mindset.
Got it.
Now I'm more like, all right, my soulmate. I'll find her later on. I'm not
really
worried about it. I'm not applying no pressure or nothing. I'm not stressing nothing.
That's good. We talk about this because it's gonna follow up to the next question. But you can keep going.
For sure. And then also, like, if you feel a certain way and you're not in love with yourself at the same time, your soulmate not gonna love you the way she's supposed to.
That's a fact.
He's supposed to.
That's a fact.
So it's real. It's really working on yourself that you got to make the priority when it comes to soulmates. And I didn't think like that before.
It's crazy because it's a conversation we had off camera too. Like it was something along those lines. But so you're basically trying to say like, if you don't even think about a soulmate if you're not even loving yourself.
Exactly.
First.
Put your time into yourself first.
Got
Make
it.
sure you invest in you. And once you invest in you, then whoever you believe is your soulmate or whoever the universe has for you, or God himself, he'll put him back into your life at the right time, at the right moment. Okay. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree with it. So in other words, you feel like, so not for you personally, your life, like the way you think, you feel like the way you move and how you started to maneuver, you feel like your soulmate gonna come to you.
For sure.
Okay.
I'll never apply no pressure like that again. Because that was the most unhappy I've ever been. When it comes to like applying pressure on relationships, on people that don't really want to be around me. Yeah. When it comes to that, that puts me into a spiral, and it makes you feel like you're not worth anything. But in reality, the only person that's gonna recognize that you're worth something is yourself. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror.
Speaking facts, like if you know, like he's very smart, like. When it comes to certain, because I always told you can't really speak certain things with certain people just because they don't go there in a sense. But but I mean, on my end, we all go through certain situations that wake us up, like you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But he definitely wanted to. How do I explain it? Giving you your flowers in a sense, like you made me look at things differently. When that time I went out over there to Florida and stuff like that. We chopped it up. Before that, we didn't see each other in months, but now he back over here. But so, because many people believe like, all right, so to go more in depth with the whole soulmate, like, you think a soulmate could be like, do you think you meet multiple soulmates throughout your life?
It depends on what type. So I think that was where the conversation comes with twin flames. Okay. Twin flames, you could have multiple. You could have.
So you think soulmate is just one?
One. I feel like you could have soulmates, but at the end of the day, you always gonna be meant for that person.
Got it.
In this life, the next one, the prior one, I feel like we've always been together.
Right.
Part of our soul, we were one before, and now we broke apart.
Okay.
And now that's how we're soulmates. So everything you see similar in another person, that part of you is recognizing itself, and that's why you have a soulmate. Twin flames are a little bit harder. Those are created by the universe to keep you balanced, to keep you grounded, to keep you sane, to keep you sharp.
So
I feel like those are the ones that you encounter a lot.
Right.
Because people could have multiple partners. People could, you understand?
Yeah, I see what you're trying to say. I get it.
So when you have twin flame, when you have multiple partners, when you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of best friends like me and you do. We have a lot of people that we correlate with.
Right.
We can chop it up with. We have certain things in common. I feel like we are all twin flames in certain aspects. You know what I mean? But to have a twin flame, like a genuine twin flame, too, at the same time, is a certain type of soulmate. When it comes to the soulmate. So it just depends how you believe it, how you see it,
and how it just comes
how
about.
How you perceive it.
Exactly.
How you feel about it.
Right.
That's just what it is. All these are opinions.
Yeah, for sure.
This is just expensive talk.
Nah.
So you just gotta make sure.
That's a fact.
Plug it in.
That's a fact.
So you just gotta make sure you understand. The balance between, your soul
and the person or the people.
Exactly, and the person that you have the connection with. The bond. You know what I mean?
Because most people, how they come up, like most people, how do I explain it? Because people really perceive your soulmate, the person who you have kids with.
Oh, yeah. But it's not always that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Because that could be the situation with anybody. For me, like, it could just be one night, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
And then boom, then you already think that's your soulmate. But in all reality, you just came about and you got yourself in a situation that
you got yourself hurt.
Exactly.
At the same time, soulmates could be, it could be an experience in high school, and you never encounter them again in this life. Like, it'll be really difficult for you to just live your life without them. Yeah. And that's what I plan on doing at the same time. Because at the end of the day, regardless, we're both happy because we encountered each other.
Exactly. Now, you can't double back on what happened. Exactly. It is what it is.
So it's more of staying sane, staying focused on what you have to do.
Got it.
If it's meant for you, it'll be for you. Whether it's in this one or the next one.
Yeah, that's a fact. I agree.
You gotta be.
And don't let this go over your heads because he's really speaking some, I could relate more to it because there's things, the situations we went about. And I'm pretty sure most of the people who's watching this right now is probably going through something like that. They probably not even realizing it. Some realize it, some don't. And there's certain people who don't even encounter it. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like.
Just stay patient.
Nah, fact.
That's the goal. You got to teach yourself patience. You got to be able to stay humble, stay motivated, stay positive.
Just focused, honestly.
Exactly.
Just focused.
That's the goal. That's what we all here for.
That's a fact.
So it's between finding your soulmate, it's finding yourself too.
Simple.
That's how it is.
Nah, but that's a fact. I agree. And yeah, because certain people, like I said, they like to convince themselves that any and everybody they come through is a soulmate. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like at some point you go through a situation where you be like, wait, now hold on, these people weren't no soulmates. These were twin flames. These were experiences. Exactly.
These were people that were put in my life to teach me something, to make sure that I could get better at something I'm doing. If not, it wasn't what I really thought it was.
Definitely.
And that's my mom playing games on me. That's the devil playing
games. Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Nah, that's a fact.
He puts people in my life so he can make sure, God let the devil play. He's like, yo, you're not going to play with anything else, but you could attack him.
Yeah.
Make sure.
It ain't, yeah. I see what you mean. And with that, that's crazy. You went in the you said the right thing to go into the other part of the conversation I want to touch on. I wanted to ask you, like, the power of prayer.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, just your opinion of like how much power a prayer holds and I'm asking this because I'm at before you get into explaining yourself. I'm asking this because it's like, most of the time we pray we because some people start to pray because of like they went through some situation. Yeah, so it's like. It's kind of like them opening their hand, like to God, like like come into my life and me. So my question to you is like, how much power you think a prayer holds, and like,
I think, I love talking about this because I like to uplift people when it comes to Jesus, God. Prayer is just the best thing that you could ever do as far as life. If you feel like you're down and you want to.
Fact,
if you feel
a prayer right there. That's a fact.
You'll just say, "Yo, God, I need you." He's gonna have your back.
That's a
fact. I promise you. Like, don't be scared. Like me, I was scared of God. Like me growing up.
But why is that?
They taught me to fear God because of His power.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, His power is love. So when you look into God's eye and you see your experience with God, you're gonna realize how much He loves you.
That's a fact.
That's the power of God. That's the power of prayer. When you pray. He's asking you. He wants you to ask you for what you need.
Yeah.
So he could show you like, yo, I'm gonna give it to you, but it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a lesson to learn from it at the same time.
That's another thing, because certain people, that exactly what you're saying. Certain people like, they start to pray and they think it's gonna be given to them at that moment. That's incorrect. Because it's like if that was the case, then we would never.
Nobody would struggle.
Exactly.
We wouldn't live. We wouldn't live. No poor people. No homeless men.
No nothing.
Nothing.
And not even that. It wouldn't really make you as a person, because when you get to whatever you want, if it's financially, if it's a partner, you wouldn't really appreciate it.
It would take the love away.
Exactly.
For what we do. For what we have as people. And you can't have one without the other.
Exactly.
You can't have without the balance. So the balance is what makes us human.
That's a fact.
The hurt, the happiness, the emotion, the pain. It all comes through the power of prayer, in my opinion.
It correlates with like just like struggling in life, let's say like prayer aside, like there's certain people who part of their lives they was really going through it or that,
sure.
And then they just working hard and they get to the stage or they get to the level where they wanted to be, and then and it's the same thing with prayer. It's the same. People just don't really realize it in a sense because they don't really get into like praying or
for sure.
going to
God. Or they decide, hey, man, like, oh, God's not for me.
Yeah.
Cool. God's not for you, but He's for you, though.
Yeah, that's like, don't let that go. That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
Like,
that's a fact.
He's still gonna take care of you. I promise.
Yeah.
Like I let all my people know, like, yo, no matter what, He's still gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
And I see Him working in you.
Mm-hmm.
So don't just because you don't see it in your mirror and you haven't realized it yet, don't worry. He's gonna pay attention to you. And he's making sure that you good.
Yeah.
It's just when you're ready to take that first step, He's gonna move right with you.
That's a fact.
And then when you're ready to handle your stuff,
that's a fact.
Then you're gonna be able to.
I mean, and it's crazy too, cause they may look at us and like, oh, we just saying it to say it, but it's real life experiences that go behind.
Samil met me when I was in 8th grade.
8th, right?
Yeah, he was in 7th grade. I was in 8th grade. And then we met each other again in high school.
Yeah.
And then we was two completely different people.
That's
Samil always been calm, grounded,
chill, by my stuff.
Calm. Me,
a different. If you know, you know that shit. Like, if you know, you know. Like, you really gotta say much.
I was a completely different person when I was in high school. Yeah. Like, I had no control over my emotion. I didn't pay attention to nobody. If someone got me upset, I'm a lion. I'm gonna bite you. And that's not how, like,
you
through
change.
The power of God. Like,
power of prayer.
Power of prayer.
Basically, that's a fact.
I'm able to
now you
stay
a different,
positive, stay motivated. Like, I can't help but try and preach these things upon you. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this is the platform that God has blessed me with. Yep. You know, me and Samil being able to talk to you guys and make sure that we here.
And just gotta cross out the word to people so they can really understand us.
To make sure, and
just I mean, that's crazy.
Maybe what I'm saying right now to you gives you the inspiration.
Somebody watching
to go to church.
That's a fact.
To go read a verse in the Bible. You know, we see it everywhere, and it's easy to be like, oh man, that's powerful. It's scary.
But it is what it is. Like
it's gonna be scary.
You just gotta go through it.
You just gotta make sure you run up that mountain, because when you get to the top,
you're gonna be at the top. So it's just
simple as that. And when you fall down, you gotta get back to the top. That's just what it is.
And it's crazy too, because you moved because of a certain situation. So it's like, that also changed your mindset and the way you move and how you act and stuff like that.
So the way I moved,
before, and this is what now, do you believe things happen for a reason?
Everything.
Because look, certain people say it, but they don't really think it. Because certain people say it to like convince themselves
that everything's gonna be
but they don't really go by like, yo, everything really happened for a reason. So my question to you is, do you really believe everything happened for a reason?
In my opinion, everything does happen for a reason. It happens through the power of God. That's all. Like me, usually when I was younger, I used to panic a lot because of the way I grew up. I grew up in the Bronx, and I used to have a lot of anxiety. I used to worry about everything. Now I'm a completely different
individual person.
Exactly. So stuff happens to me now, and it's just more of staying grounded. Yeah. Staying calm.
You don't overreact over it.
Ever. I try not to.
Because we're humans at the end of the day. But
if I do, it takes me a little bit of a while. It connects back to the power of prayer. I pray whenever something gets too out of hand for me to control, and people who know me know I've been trying to be in control of everything. Desde chiquito. I've always been the alpha male. I've always wanted to be in control of everything, but I just decided to let things go, and things happen in my favor. Some don't, and once
but do you believe it was a good change?
I believe it's everything. Everything was for a reason. Everything.
Yeah, I heard
that happened is a lesson. It's an experience. And,
just learn from it.
Now I know.
That's a fact.
That's it. Now I know. And that's the ability of, an open mind. You can do whatever you want, as you please.
I mean,
whenever you have an open
mind. I totally agree with you. I got everything you're saying. I hope y'all got everything
I'm a little,
like he's saying.
I'm a rambler. So
but it's good. It's good because certain people, it's hard to have a conversation with because I gotta force the words out of them. But for me, we just flowing with it. But we moved to Florida though, right?
Yeah.
So, damn. Explain like the difference between Florida and New York, because I want to like get into like.
I think Florida has a big part of why I'm so healthy, as far as my mind. I think New York. I mean, I'm here again, and I don't. But that's the thing. I feel like I don't feel the same way as when I left, and I don't have nothing negative hovering around me. So it's like it's making me think like, yo, is it really New York, or is it just your mindset? It's just who you are as a human.
Right.
But at the same time, New York doesn't do you no favors. like when it comes to trying to stay healthy, trying to be positive.
Word.
Ever like if you positive in New York, like niggas gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, we know how it goes.
Like,
we know how it goes.
It's just weird. And
yeah.
I'm like,
it's like they trying to, as if you're trying to put up an act that, like,
exactly.
when that really is you.
Exactly.
And that's just New York's energy. Like,
exactly.
Just,
I remember watching this Meek Mill interview. Millions
yeah.
And they was talking about
I know exactly what you're
like
gonna
in
say.
the hood, like yo, everything that you're not supposed to be doing, they gonna shout you out for doing it, and everything that you is doing that you supposed to be doing, they not gonna shout you out.
They gonna call you corny for it.
They gonna call you corny, gonna call you tacky. They saying you this, you that, and the third.
That's a fact.
Man, but I'm out here hustling, man. Why I'm corny? Why I'm tacky? Why I'm lame?
That's just like we saying, because I was gonna say it definitely is you moving.
For sure.
Because you moving made you switch that mindset, and now you're different.
Yeah.
But like. Now that because you've been back for what 2-3 days or whatever, so it's like you haven't really you haven't felt that, and because
I'm not going.
Yeah, that's what I'm. You about to be right back out of here. So it's like I feel like if you come back on some and you stay for a minute, you gonna feel the difference.
Nah, I feel like I'm trying to. I feel a difference of my mind on other people, and that's the difference maker for me. That's why it keeps me going. It makes me motivated. Like I see people, and the way when I talk to people, it makes me
feel like that's
what I'm here to do.
Exactly, your gift in a sense.
Exactly, and it's whether it's New York, whether it's Orlando, where it's anywhere you are in this world right now, and if you need something, stay positive, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You're gonna get through it.
That's a fact. Anything and everything. That's a fact.
It doesn't need to be through God. It could be however. Just have faith. We don't.
Yeah. That's true.
We don't want nothing but the best for you. So
that's a fact.
That's how it is. And
it's crazy too, cause what I was gonna ask you is, so Florida's a whole different vibe than New York.
Yeah.
It's a whole different.
So
like, the new Drake album came out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people. I talked about this on the last podcast episode, and it's funny too, cause I was saying like, yo, I'm gonna bring somebody on to talk about it, and it's you. So it's crazy, cause he likes that. He could tell you himself. He likes the album.
I love the album.
So music is like, cause music affects people differently, depending on where they're at, the environment.
Yeah,
so my question to you is like, I feel like, do you believe like you could bump the album over there and have a better time like than bumping it over here?
It depends, cause me, I'm gonna have fun regardless. But what I would tell you, I got here and my brothers, they were in the car and they were playing drill. And I was like, oh nah. I was like, yo, take this.
It's just that you see the
difference of environment.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure if I stay here for a little while, I'll get used to it and I won't. And I like it again, but I can't do it no more. So Drake's album was perfect. It's perfect.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You over there in Florida, you got palm trees, you got the sun, you in the car with the windows down. Yeah. So it's like the vibe is differently. And this is what I wanted to say. It just came to mind. I talked about it by myself in the last episode, but it's harder because with you in front of me, like more ideas come. And I was gonna say that specific album is made for people who like enjoying.
I see TikToks
enjoying time.
It's like they say, oh, this album's for people that want to go to Spain.
Who got stamps on their passport?
Yeah. Stamps on your passport. You want to enjoy your life. If you don't like it, then you hate your life. That's okay. Like I get it. It's not okay. Get better, but
we understand why
you don't like the album. No, I'll tell you that much.
And but I mean, going more into the album, how you feel about it? Like,
oh man. It's one of my favorite Drake albums.
That I really?
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like this is his most important album in a sense where it's like he's experimenting.
For sure. I feel like it's from my favorite Drake album ever is Take Care.
Okay.
Take Care. Views.
That was tough. Okay.
Honestly, Nevermind. That's my top 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know that's crazy.
And then CLB. I like CLB a little bit.
Okay. But like, because how do you think that? How do you think it? I mean, we know that we're gonna hear it all throughout the whole summer.
Yeah, the summer is just
set
a fire. It's a flame, man. It's a wrap. So
you think I mean, you think Drake knew what he was doing with dropping it?
Of course, he's Drake.
Okay.
I already said come on.
Okay.
People don't maneuver at that age, at that time where he's at. He don't just do stuff for no reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's a fact. I started.
Everything is calculated.
It's funny because I started listening to the album and I was like, that second.
I told him.
That second thing came around.
He asked me the first day. I'm like, yeah, that shit's fire.
That second day came around.
I'm like, nah, bro, that's his fault. You gotta give it a few listens.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
When you listen to it, when you're in a good mood, you feel better about the album. And now the album just puts you in a good mood now. Now it's a rap. Now you got used to it. Now he's still on like some songs, but then in a week he's gonna call me.
Because like I was gonna say, first day I'm like, second day I come, you just pop the top. Like,
it is? Yeah. Oh, your fault.
And then I'm like, oh no, hold on, wait. And then the other day I'm like, wait, hold on, I like 2 more songs.
Yeah.
And then today I found myself adding one more song in there. So it's just like a lot of people, they quick to say like, yo, it's trash.
It's just gotta come at the right time.
Yeah.
They gotta play at the right time. They gotta feel.
Because it's an experience in a sense.
Exactly. So it's just making sure you gotta make like you have open mind.
Mm-hmm. So actually, we like I said, last but not least, I want to talk about Rizz. You know what Rizz is, right?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Rizz is it's like how you explain, because he considers himself a Rizz guy.
No, I don't. So,
and the reason, my fault. The reason I'm asking you this is because, feel me, you in a whole different environment. Like, you in Florida, feel me? Like, it's girls all around. Yeah, so it's like, how do you go about with your Rizz game or whatever? Like,
for me, it's just alright, first of all, Rizz is when you would approach a girl, and it's how much game you got when you approach her. So it depends on how much confidence you have, how positive you are. That reads into everything when it comes to talking to women, talking to girls.
Approaching a girl, talking to her, exactly.
It's all about your energy. If you mad all the time, if you this, that, and the third, you're not gonna get no girls.
Yeah.
You stay negative, you stay this, that. Some girls might like you, but that's on you.
Yeah, that's the
girl that is, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then niggas like me, they want a down girl or down chick, and they expect to talk to any girl, and I'm like, no.
So what's your Rizz go to? Like what like when you approach? Because I don't know about you, I don't approach females on the internet no more.
I don't. But that's the thing, I don't approach females at all. Like,
I stopped. You know why? Because it's like, how do I explain it? It's a lot that goes into it. Because then it's me in her inbox plus another 20 dudes.
Facts.
And then it's like, and then it's like the girl's mindset is like, yo, like,
I got mad options.
Yeah, like,
I got this, I got
or not
that.
even. It's like I got like once like if, and it's not that it's fine for a girl to think like that, but it's like if a girl goes on her phone and she sees 20 dudes trying to get at her, she gonna put herself mentally in a state where it's like, yo, nobody can have me.
Yeah.
She's this, she's that, and it's like I said, no blame, like as you should, but it's like that's the reason why it's like I wouldn't really go. But my question to you is like, Rizz, like, how is it in person? Like, what's your go-to? What you say?
Me, I try to make them feel as comfortable as possible, and then I just talk, cause I'm really good at talking.
Okay. Like just have regular conversations.
Just have conversations with girls, and then if they
just
like
go
me,
from
they like
there.
me. If not, we're friends.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
It's that simple.
So do you think you got like the
pick-up game, but that's the thing. I don't play those games. Like, I'm not gonna come up to you and be like, hey, what's your number? What's this? What's that? I'll talk to you a little bit, and then if I like your mindset, if I like the way
then
you
you go and take that move.
Then I'll do that. Then it's more calculated for me. I gotta make sure I put my time where my money is. Because money is time, man. I'm not wasting none of that. So I gotta make sure that the Rizz is useful.
Right.
You gotta be. I mean,
but you would tell if it's useful off the energy she give you back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a back and forth. Just, like you gonna know if she's fucking with the way that
she's into you.
Exactly.
You're gonna understand it. You're gonna feel it. Some guys can't get the message, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I need some.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been through situations where I didn't get the message. I'm not even gonna put up a cap. That's a fact.
But
it happens all the time. But it's like you really gonna know if a girl's vibing with you. She's catching your vibe.
If she's interested,
So do you think there's a difference between like girls from like New York and Florida?
I think girls are girls. I think now.
But I'm saying like in a sense was like the way they think.
The way they act.
Because a lot of people be like, yo, like girls down in ATL don't think like girls down here. Like people really told me that before.
I mean, I don't know.
But you never really encountered anybody.
I mean, I like them with Florida girls, but they remind me of New York girls a lot.
Oh, okay.
Because they do the same. They act the same. They do the same thing.
Got it.
If anything, Florida girls is biters.
That
yeah, they biters. They steal New York girls' whole flow.
Damn.
I'll tell you that much.
I know that. That's
tough.
Yeah,
they everything they do down there. I mean, it's a lot more. I mean, I guess.
What?
New York girl. It's hard to say this because every New York girl that I've talked to or I've been with, they have a lot of respect for themselves. Florida girls is a little bit hard to say that.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be the other way around.
Florida girls is harder. They more free.
I see what you mean. That's crazy.
They free. Yeah.
And I believe you too, cause you live out there and you had the best of both worlds. So.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. As far as approaching Florida girls and approaching New York girls, I think I got the same.
Yeah. Because it's on you. That's on you no matter where you at. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And Florida girls like me a lot more than New York girls. Because New York girls heard it all the time.
It's regular, but over there it's like, oh, you yeah. So it's like a plus one.
Yeah, it's New York. Being a New Yorker is a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, boost to your game or whatever.
As soon as I say, I'm a New Yorker. Yeah. What part of New York? The Bronx. Oh my God.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, so I 1 through 10. You rate your Rizz games?
Me? I think I say.
Don't gas
a 7. I say a 7 because I don't try.
Okay.
I don't try. If I tried, if I was like 16 again, the way I was in high school.
Yeah. You boost it up like 9, 10.
It depends because I used to be a little bit more braver.
Okay.
I used to have way more balls.
Yeah.
Now I don't even care too much to have the balls. So it's like, nah.
I mean, I feel you. Damn, we done talked about a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I mean, we talked about bull. We talked about.
We told who? We told.
The power of prayer.
Yo, what you think about soul ties?
Ooh, he called me. Soul ties. They're real.
Okay.
In a sense where it's like, certain people don't believe it, but I mean, we know the act of like.
Do you value it?
As in what? Like, as in like appreciate it?
No, like, let's say you build a soul tie with somebody, sexually, emotionally, physically.
Yeah, all around.
Yeah. And then they let you know, yo.
It's over?
Nah, like I handle somebody else.
Oh. Yeah. First of all. It's a big difference. Like, how do I explain it? Like,
I don't want to sound like a male prick.
It's not. We're not even doing that.
It's not about being a man or a woman. I know exactly where he's going.
Yeah,
so it's like
not because you a guy, so you know the mindset. We're not. Listen.
Yeah.
Because for all females watching, we not even gonna go down that path. Like. But it is a thing. Like, how do I explain it? If she's aware of what it was and what how big it is and how serious it is, and then she goes on and she does something with somebody else, that's totally like, that's it, it's clipped. Because us as guys, we got ego, we got certain pride, sure. But at the same time, it's like damn, like you gave what was mine.
Yeah.
You know yeah, so it's like, any, I wouldn't even say any guy, because certain guys would, and for those guys, y'all built different, because, you take her back, even if she, but it's not, for me, some people think guys think differently than other guys, but me personally, if that was ever my situation,
it's a wrap.
You're done for, because it's like, at that point, it's like, I can't even look at you the same.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm trying to, and like, you really feel different, like,
it feels
you know what I'm trying to say?
No more, I felt no more butterflies.
Yeah, no more that spark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if women feel the same. If you feel the same, put it in the comments. But
word.
Yeah, cause I wanna hear your opinion, cause this is.
I'm gonna make this the intro clip just so people can say, because it's like it's a conversation that definitely got a lot of
a little bit of interest.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's like, do you feel like you can have multiple soul ties or like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's just alright. So for women, it's a little bit different. So for me. Like, let's say I break the soul tie me and you had.
You and a female, right.
If you decide to take me back, it's only because I let you know, yo, it didn't mean nothing to me.
Right. No feelings attached.
No feelings attached. But I know women. Women are very...
Right. Now you go.
Very emotional.
I had this conversation plenty of times.
Emotional. I'm emotional as well, but not to the point
where it's different. It's different.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said, yo, I don't want to sound like a male.
Nah, but it's the truth, though. It is what it is.
But at the end of the day, like, yo, I think... Like, we all human, we all have emotions, but at the end of the day, I feel like men are capable of having, let's say we with somebody and I don't like this conversation, the way I'm attacking this conversation.
But it is,
Because I want to sound like a dumbass, like a dick, get chewed out.
Just say what you gotta say, bro.
It's just more of, I understand the way women think. Women, I grew up with women, everybody in my family, from my mother's side, it's a woman.
From my dad's side,
woman.
Yeah.
So I'm the only boy. I grew up in a house full of women. So I understand how. I don't understand how all women work, but I understand women close to me work, and I understand how women value me. And if you decide to, and the way you value me, you still have a perception of me, and then you decide to go.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say. Then this is it's different. It's totally different.
That's gonna break my heart. Yeah. And then I'm gonna never let.
And I know what females gonna say. If females gonna be like, oh yeah, like I mean, but if you go ahead and do something to somebody, but like. It wouldn't really. We probably would never really get that type of like equal because guys know what it is. Like guys know how so it's just like if like I said like back to answering your question like I believe in soul ties. I believe it's a thing. I believe that if you break them,
it breaks the bond.
It breaks the bond. It would never be the same. I don't even think it will ever be a chance where we could build that back up because it's like at that point it's like. I felt betrayed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like,
and I understand that women can feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
And you entitled to that feeling.
For sure.
Because nobody's saying you can't feel the same way that if your man cheated on you, you gotta take him back. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's up to you to hold yourself to those standards.
Yep.
Not us.
Mm-hmm.
So if you letting your man know, hey, if you cheat on me, it's a chance I might not take you back.
Then that's on him.
That's on him.
That's on him.
But if you letting your man know at the beginning, hey, I've cheated on a boyfriend before. That automatically drives your respect down.
Definitely, and he
and now he's thinking about she's this, she's that.
That's a fact, and that's the problem because certain females they're never really they don't own up to it or they're not that front. Yeah, so it's always like behind like this type of
this red curtain.
Yeah, so you know
gotta be up front.
That's a fact. Both ways.
If you're serious, if you're not serious,
then it is what it is. Like
I don't get to care. Do what you want to do. Cool, but if you expect something out of a relationship. And you're not upfront with everything, and you don't trust your partner, you don't trust the person you're talking to get into a relationship at the right time, then that's on you, and you're already starting over.
So do you think you ever take, like, let's say you have some assault with somebody, they go ahead and do something, you think you ever take them back?
Take them back? Like in a relationship?
Yes. No? Because of the reasons that you just stated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would take them back. Would I play around? Yeah,
I mean, at that point, that's all it would be. And exactly. You keeping it a buck, just like how you really everything gotta be up front, everything gotta be.
Yeah, I would never.
Nah, I would definitely not build no empire, no nothing with somebody who just.
For sure, I'm not ready to. Nah, I'm not bringing nothing.
Because the funny thing is like we said, females are based off more on emotion. Yeah. So you did. Let's say I do take you back after you did something. I'm playing myself. Because for me to expect that you're gonna be on that stage where it's like you're not gonna do, I can't expect that from you because you already did it, and most of the times they do it off emotion.
And then me, I gotta hold myself to my own standards as a man. I gotta put my money where my mouth is.
Love yourself,
because my word is the most important thing to me. So I'm not gonna play. And I tell every girl I ever been with, you ever touch somebody else after me?
It's clip.
Right.
Same.
And then and then they respect that at the beginning, and then if it happens.
Well, but what if you're in a situation where you feel like somebody lying to you? Like
somebody lying? I don't ever feel that way because I feel like I build the respect enough in my relationship to have to make sure she keep it a buck with you. Say whatever she gotta say.
Got it.
And if you don't,
I mean, but you could think that way on your end.
Yeah, but me, I'm not. Yeah, so we just expressive too. Like I said, so it's just opinions based on the type of opinions.
That's a fact.
How you feel about it is your own opinion.
The way you take it is
exactly.
We just talking on our end of the court. You know what I'm trying to say? But like I said, we almost we talked about a lot of good stuff.
So that was a rough topic.
That was tough,
soul
right?
Ties, right? Because soul ties is so. Man.
It's deep. It's deeper.
Because some people.
You know what it is? You feel it more than you can explain it.
Exactly. And then once you're able to explain it, you don't even want to say it. It's like.
It's something that could be very beautiful, but at the other end, it's like it hurt you crazy. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but like I said, man,
it's really hard to stay positive in this world like this, because like when it comes to me, I don't know.
Why you bug out?
I don't get emotional, but it sounded like that
at that point, it's like
sound like that happened to me. I'm going back to when I was 16, I'm tweaking. Cause it's a rap.
Nah, word.
I might tweak. I might lose my whole head.
I done went through a lot.
Like, for sure.
You know, everybody go through a lot in their own way, whatever, however it is. But I mean, that's just what it is. Like I said.
What you think about body count?
Oh, he hitting me with the questions now.
Yeah, cause I got.
Nah, we good. Body count.
What you think?
What about it?
How you feel about him?
Female body count?
Qualify?
Female body count?
Yeah. No.
Nah. I'm saying.
When it goes into the bullet points of the pros and cons of a woman.
It depends on the age. Count?
Okay.
On the age, because it's like definitely. Why? Because it's like I'm not going to expect a 25-year-old to just have two bodies. Okay. The way the world spins now. Yeah. Is like the way you gotta understand, bro. Like our mothers, they're not these like from in a sense where it's like they was raised in a different time.
And that's the most annoying part.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Our mothers is the queens.
Yeah, no, for real though, for real.
And they hold themselves to high standards, and then they want the
even
same
for
thing
y'all,
for us.
Exactly for y'all mothers too. Like they was raised like respect was top tier.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't even gotta say much. You know what it is, like how girls carry themselves. Not all, but some. Most, and most
99.6.
Nah, not 99. I give it 95. But I don't want to sound like but it's the truth though. Feel me? Like
I'll say 75. I don't want to go 95. 75.
It's certain girls who they
outside.
Some is aware of it. Some is not. Some admit it.
Some take pride in it. They're like, hey,
and I respect it.
Any man I want.
And I respect it.
I give it up.
Because they living up to it. So it's like that. That's you.
The Megans, the Cardis,
all of that.
But
body count. Let's say
BDE, DTF.
I'm 20, right?
Yeah.
I'm 20 years young.
20 years old.
So, if I'm with a 20-year-old, or 19-year-old, or 21-year-old, I'm expecting to have no more than 5, bro. No more than 5.
Okay.
Cause that's just my standard. That's me.
Nah, shout out to you.
You would probably be like
me. I try not to.
No, but this is the thing though. You asking me body count, so I'm gonna give you a number.
Yeah.
But it could be where it's like if I'm really.
That's why I asked. You know what I want to see the different. I know he got a different perspective than me.
Yeah.
For me, it's more of how you carry yourself. It'll tell me more than.
Now, for me, it could be that too. But I just wanted to give you a number. Cause I'm not going to just be like, so I'm giving you a number. For me, like that 4 or 5, like.
Nah, but the thing is, if you have a high body count, it's not gonna stop me from talking to you.
No, I don't know.
It's just.
I don't say it.
It's just I don't want to hold myself to no double standard. Because me, I know myself. So
that's what I wanted you to say. Exactly.
Yeah, so I gotta make sure that my wife. She's a really good woman. She can hold me down. Oh, my wife. Oof. Sorry, I know that's a little bit safe before you got little girls out there.
Nah, boy.
Hear marriage. I say, that's scary.
That's another reason why our mothers is queens. Ooh. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because they shout out to my moms, man. They settled down. They make sure their kids was good.
And that's what life is about.
And that's why some of us we can't settle down with just anybody. Because at the end of the day, we see our moms. We see how they went up. They came up with us. That's my best friend, my mom. She made sure until I was old enough. She decided to do what she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Nah, but it's just the way, like you said, she carry herself and all of that. Yeah. But the same with me, like the way you carry yourself. If I see you got respect, if I see wife material out of you, that's what you're gonna be. If God wants
it's
that,
potential.
If that's what's meant.
Yeah.
But that's really it on that end, like.
And then it depends on how you view me too.
Of course.
If my body count matters to you, then it might matter to me then, because then it's gonna change my perspective on you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you feeling for my body count, you asking me, how many bodies you got? Who you been with? Who's this? I'm gonna have to ask a little bit of the same questions.
It's just
not because
fair.
I'm insecure or nothing. It's just more maybe I want to be secure. Not because I'm insecure, but just because it's a human instinct to ask what's been asked of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so. That's why I make sure I set the standard in my relationship. Going back to soul ties, going back to the body count, going back to whatever. If you with me and we start talking, that's never going to be a qualifying question for me. I'll let you know that up front. But at the end of the day, it'll come up.
Yeah.
And you better not
lie. It definitely come up.
Just don't lie.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to make
That's the thing though, bro. Most lie.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, because you could be as respectful as you are, and people could fake it to a certain point until you really realize who the true colors. And it's like at that end is on your side, like, what you want to do and how you want to go by.
That's the rough part, though.
It is. That's what I'm trying to say, because it's like, it's always, remember, you gotta understand, you're dealing with another human being who's capable of lying, who's capable of keeping it a buck. So it's just like, depending on, just, honestly, bro, just how things unravel throughout time. And God, honestly.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, so it's just... It is what it is.
You might be a lesson. You might be an investment. It's just
simple. Don't let that go over your head. I feel like we can end it off right there. That's a fact. Shit, we done talked about OD. Yeah. We done talked about mad shit. I think we need a part 2 some other day.
Yeah.
Or probably like 2 more heads with another person, or just us, honestly. But like I already said, this is what April.
We gotta get a girl on this. We gotta get a couple.
That's what I'm trying to say, right?
We gotta get a couple girls.
Cause I want girls' opinions up on this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So I don't want to watch my pod and you can be like, oh, he's bugging.
And then just bring her up here, chop it up, and just see.
But she gotta be cool.
Yeah. She gotta be good mindset.
She gotta be on front row. Don't let that go over your head.
Don't let that go over your head. That was a good one. That was a bar. But man, I think we can end it off right here, my boy.
Yo, appreciate you having me, dude.
Of course, I appreciate you. I think this is probably the best episode.
Oh, yeah?
Conversation-wise. Yeah, hell yeah. It was a long, nice episode.
That's why I had to take so long.
Hopefully,
I had to mentally prepare, man.
Hopefully, most of these females got everybody just tune in so they could really see what we was talking about.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't just go off the clip. Like, just tune in, sit down, watch it. Feel me?
Yo, grab your chips.
And just sit right there front row. Just
listen to our
expensive opinions, and that is, man, your boy ssalcita is out.